Literacy is much more than the ability to read and write. It can impact our lives in huge ways. The decisions we make in our lives are heavily influenced by literacy. Our lifestyle can be changed by literacy. Even our actions towards others are influenced by literacy. For example, Puerto Rico for many years has had a civic literacy problem. The island's politics are as intense as they can get. People treat it like if it was a sport, and they love it. Puerto Rico has two main parties, the New Progressive Party and the Popular Democratic Party, and one minor party, the Independence Party. But unlike the US, where the parties are divided by ideology, in Puerto Rico they are divided by political status, which means one party for statehood, one party for the Commonwealth, and one party for independence. This means that political fanatics in Puerto Rico vote by political status when they should be voting by who is the more prepared candidate to run the nation. This tradition of voting by political status has been created by a false sense of nationalism and autonomy the United States has given us with the Commonwealth. Puerto Rico is a colony, which the US primarily uses as a lucrative source. But now, there is a wave of literate young voters who are denying the Commonwealth and looking for a more defined political future for Puerto Rico by voting without political status. There is also a different root to these problems about decision making, and it comes from lack of values. With literacy, you can gain different values. The most impactful piece of literature I have ever read in my life is Don Quixote de la Mancha. Don Quixote is said to be a man that has gone crazy from reading books about knights. While he did go on some crazy adventures, I read about his ideals and asked myself, is he actually that crazy? Let's listen to one of his quotes from the book. Dichosa edad y siglos, dichosos aquellos a quien los antiguos pusieron nombre de dorados, y no porque en ellos el oro, que en esta nuestra edad de hierro tanto se estima, se alcanzase en ella, venturosa, sin fatiga alguna, sino porque entonces los que en ella vivían ignoraban estas dos palabras, de tuyo y mío. Todo era paz entonces, todo amistad, todo concordía. No había el fraude, el engaño ni la malicia mezclándose con la verdad y llaneza. La justicia se estaba en sus propios términos, sin que los hacen turbar ni ofenderlos del favor y del interés. Que tanto ahora los menoscaban, turban y persiguen. La ley del encaje aún no se había sentado en el entendimiento del juez, porque entonces no había que juzgar, ni quien fuese juzgado. A world like that actually sounds pretty nice, right? Many people say we should be realistic about this, but being realistic doesn't mean we can't strive for perfection. People have ignored people like Don Quixote because they are blinded by traditional ideals. We need to understand that with values like Don Quixote's, we can make a better world. Now, learning these values is worth nothing if we don't put them into practice. The world needs change, and with literacy we can impact others just like many leaders have already started to do for us. We must follow their steps so that we can start being cool to the pizza dude, helping the needy, and fight for the world that we deserve.